Hello, this is Julia at Love's Beginning with a post called Dual Phonographs. The world is a sensory experience of the beliefs and thoughts to which individuated beings are attached. Thoughts are suggested. They may be loving or egoic. Thoughts that are attached to over and over become beliefs. You wake up every day. You can watch this process of thoughts occurring. Are the thoughts egoic or loving? Are you attaching to them or allowing them to pass through the field of your awareness? You can notice your beliefs. Are they loving or egoic? How do they feel? Do you need them? Then you wake up the next day, and your physical experience gives you a sensory experience of all the thoughts to which you have attached in the past. This is happening for everyone around you. Thoughts pass through the field of your awareness. When you don't know yourself, you groom and build and protect and defend a separate self based on the thoughts to which you attach and the beliefs you have accepted. You also go to work on building and defining separate selves for those around you. Mass awakening is about everyone realizing what they're doing. They are awakening right now to how thought precedes experience. They are awakening to their own responsibility. Responsibility is simply the ability to align with divine will in every moment, in every situation. Reaction is about aligning with ego's sense of threat, the only thing that could motivate you to accept a thought suggested by ego and to make it part of your separate identity. The way awakening spreads is mind to mind, like a very kind virus. There will be some playful challenges to your sense of separate identity along the way, but they will also be delightful. Think of someone who seems to be much more attached to fear than you are. If there is a road to awakening, you definitely seem to be miles ahead of that one. Now think of that one suddenly showing up as fully realized, while you are still attached to some degree of pain. They leave you now. What a wonderful challenge to ego. What a way to allow the attachment to it to dissolve and dissolve and dissolve. Look at that. Do you need anyone to show up as relatively unawakened in order for you to show up as a particular degree of awakened? Do you need anything at all? People are beginning to realize what they are doing thought-wise, and as they accept responsibility for what they project into the world, they will stop projecting disorder. They are always a reflection of you. This awareness spreads mind to mind, and as it does, you simply show up where you are needed, how you are needed. You care less and less about how it looks, but you remain interested in how it feels. Is there anything arising that would block the flow of divine will through you? Congratulations, you are the savior of your world. Congratulations, everyone else is your savior. You project that world outward through acceptance of either ego thought or loving thought, and then you experience it. All the others come to you offering reflections of what you're doing. As you learn to accept each one as a gift, you see clearly. You know that everything is encompassed by love right now. You know that everything is permeated by love right now. You're always the recipient of two streams of information. One is from ego, the separate sense of self. You put this fear-based, conflict-based information stream in place in order to have an experience of independent will, conflicting will, battle, a convincing experience of being separate. It works very well. When you realize the innocence of what you put in place for the experience of it, you can hear thoughts from the ego stream and not be disturbed by them. Before you become accustomed to allowing the thoughts of the ego stream to pass through the field of your awareness without reaching out, grabbing them, and using them as the building blocks of a separate self that could be inferior or superior to others, it helps to remind yourself of a thought from the love stream every time you notice yourself entertaining an ego thought for any length of time. Whenever you feel disturbed, you are entertaining an ego thought. This is the purpose of mantras. You notice yourself entertaining an ego thought, any thought that feels disturbing, so you refer back to the truth of yourself, love. You can find many mantras in the lessons of your A Course in Miracles, or you can simply select any statement that reflects the truth of yourself and all others back to you. Let that statement be your rebalancing agent during the day. Anytime you find yourself in disturbance or confusion, remind yourself of the truth, the whole. All are loved. All are love. All bring gifts. Notice the thoughts the ego stream suggests to you. They are custom made for your personality. The ego program is very, very clever and knows exactly which thoughts to suggest in order to get your support. Your support is love support. Love upholds the choice for conflicted will, which the ego calls free will. When you are ready, you return by free choice to your true will and unity, divine will. It is inevitable, and time will accommodate you. So the ego has its hit parade. It is programmed to suggest those thoughts you are most likely to accept. So make a game of noticing which thoughts are in its top 40. Notice how the top hits list changes as you move through life. The egoic thoughts you are most likely to accept at 10 or 18 are not the same ones you're most likely to accept now, but their effect is the same. Take a moment to laugh at this ever-changing but never-changing lineup of hits. Take another moment to celebrate how you can see what is happening now. Now that you can recognize the top hits, you can question and dissolve some of your most painful and limiting beliefs. You only seem to have these beliefs because you heard and accepted these egoic thoughts over and over again. You can begin to undo this process today, right now. Simply pay attention. The ego is nothing to fight, battle, dissolve, or triumph over. You can allow your attachment to ego to dissolve, but there is no struggle necessary. This is a process of recognizing a tool you once used, realizing that it's time to stop using that tool now, and simply setting it down when you notice you have picked it up and are holding it in your hand. Simple remembrance. When you remember more and more, you spend more clock time abiding in the awareness of what you and all others are, harmless and loving always. You develop the ability to see through the illusion of conflict more quickly, with less conflict, less confusion. You finally realize that your safety does not depend on figuring things out in terms of the phenomena you experience in the physical world. The phenomena you experience and observe spring directly from the thoughts and beliefs you embraced yesterday. You are always experiencing the past. As your focus upon love's ever-presence grows stronger, you are not able to judge phenomena. Rather, you accept all that happens as perfect for healing in this moment. This momentum of acceptance and healing transforms your inner world, your world, into a reflection of truth. When you find all phenomena acceptable and perfectly suited to the opportunity for healing, there is no resistance. When there is no resistance, transformation is possible. Your expansion is our expansion. We experience this together, and we are delighted to assist you as you learn how simple setting down the ego tool can be. Thanks for joining me.